All right, are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
All right,
Let's start this
let's get rolling.
off.
Welcome back to the Memo, everyone. I don't think anyone wondered where we were, so we're going to spare all that. We got a lot to get into here. We're in the middle of March Madness. Just want to say before we officially get started, you can follow us on Instagram. I'll put our handle right here on the screen. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, please give us a subscribe. It would really help. And Spotify and iTunes as well. Throw us a subscribe, a review, whatever you want. It helps
How many
out.
subscribers do we have now?
Let's keep that in-house. We're going to keep that one to ourselves. And
Should I drop it? Because I know the number.
That's funny.
it's 29.
It is 29.
You can't even break 30 around here.
Who is it?
Loyal people. Loyal people.
I
But,
can't believe people subscribe.
yeah.
You look at
Shout
your
out to you
subscribers.
guys.
No, you can't. I don't
Also,
think
if you like what you're hearing, share our stuff.
Yeah, please.
Because the more people that view, like the more support we get, the more stuff we'll be able to do, and we can
Exactly.
make the product better for you guys.
Yes.
What's your Venmo name? You want to just drop that now? Donations.
All right. So, like we said, we're in the middle of March Madness. We're a little late to the party and talking about it. So we're already in the brackets already, and just like
yeah, the Sweet 16 will be set by the time we come out with this.
and
We'll get it out before
just
Thursday.
like you would want to hear from one of your hosts of a sports podcast, I didn't do one. I didn't do a bracket. So Matt and Alex are going to tell you about theirs and what they think so far.
I did do a bracket. I'm a big, as our loyal following knows, I'm a Tar Heel fan, so I took them to the finals. But I don't. Besides them, I pretty much don't know much about college basketball. Like I know like some ACC teams, but that's pretty much it. But my Final Four is still alive. Got UNC, Duke, Tennessee, and Michigan. Got UNC and Duke in the finals. UNC beating Duke.
Mm.
What you got,
Really?
Matt? Yeah.
You don't
my
think
Final
Zion's
Four. Well,
taking it?
I would never pick Duke over UNC.
I filled out a couple of different brackets, but I really only have one that's still in contention because I picked Murray State to the Final Four in a lot of them.
Interesting choice.
Dumb choice, really. But when you're in a league, when you do pools with like 60, 70 people, you kind of have to have something to stand out as your only hope to really win. Otherwise, if everyone has the same choices, it's kind of those people that pick those upsets, the difference makers, they're the ones
Yeah.
that usually win it.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen for me this year. But I have one bracket still in play. Let me pull up my Final Four. It is Duke, Tennessee, Michigan, and UNC.
They're all
Is that
still
Is that
left.
the same as
That's
you?
exactly the same as mine.
And I have North Carolina over Duke.
Real original, man.
They're all still in it.
Yes, they're all still in it.
Tennessee almost lost today.
They did.
They
Yeah,
went
they
to
blew a
overtime.
25-point lead. But no, like everybody, like you were saying before, everybody comes into March Madness. All of a sudden, people coming out of the walls. Everybody knows everything there is to know about these teams. People like to think that they're experts and everything. I'm a little guilty of that, but
All of you.
well,
Both of you were talking like, yeah, I really think
It's mostly-
Nevada's.
I know
They're
Nevada.
I
They
don't know
lost.
anything about
I
Nevada.
picked Nevada's upset. So
I picked
I'm an
Nevada
expert.
to the Elite Eight, but that was based on knowledge. Okay, they had the same
they
team.
had no good wins.
They went to the Elite Eight last year and they brought back the same team. Why can't they do it again?
You don't
It's
know
all
anything.
about. Let me tell you why I'm an expert. It's all about. Well, this was my thought process, and my bracket isn't going well, so it's wrong. But my thought process was
Expert.
your non-conference competition. Like if you were playing good teams outside of your conference, then you're probably like a good team, getting like good wins outside of your conference. Then you're probably like
That's
for
your
the
method.
most
Come
part
up
a good
with
team.
that method 3 hours before you did your bracket.
I saw Jay Williams say that, so I was just like going with that.
So what I was saying was, I like to use March Madness to watch the games and to see which players are playing well, kind of get to know the players that might be going to the draft, seeing who performs, who doesn't perform. And this year especially with John Morant from Murray State,
Yeah, he's a
a
beast.
guy who a lot of people might have heard his name thrown around throughout the year, but nobody has watched a Murray State game. I'll say that with confidence.
I've not.
No, but I know he's doing well. He averages like 25 points a game, rebounds and assists. But watching him against Marquette, it was very impressive to see. And then,
He's
now
really
you
fucking
know,
good at basketball.
Yeah, now you know he's a true top 5 pick in the draft. Like he's gonna be good in the NBA. And it's just cool to see those guys play. And a lot of players now that are still in it, making a name for themselves.
He's a guard.
Yeah, he's a point guard.
Cash his threes.
Yes.
Yep.
That's what you need. That's it.
People compare him to say his game
Russell
is similar to Russell Westbrook
Really?
in the kind of like tenacity and do it all kind of thing. He's a great passer.
I've heard people compare him to Vince Carter, which
Really?
is obviously high praise.
He yammed it on that guy against
He
Marquette.
is super athletic,
Yeah.
like crazy, jump out of the gym.
Yeah.
But we were talking about how if the Knicks don't get the number 1 overall pick, because it's going to be Zion either, no matter who it is.
Right.
This is interesting to talk about. Do you think the Suns take Zion number 1 if
Why wouldn't they?
they drafted Ayton last year?
But he's a center, no?
That's
Isn't
true.
Zion
But
like a point forward type player?
is that what he is? He's definitely
say-
he's definitely not big enough to be a center.
People
he's
say
like
he has
6'7",
the
right?
like the ability to be a point forward. Like they think that's what his future is.
He
I
does
mean-
handle the ball.
Yeah.
So, did you see that play where he stole the ball
Yeah,
and then
he,
like
like-
fell?
Yeah, that was crazy. Charles
fucking
Barkley,
unreal.
was it him that said it was
Yeah.
the best basketball play he's ever seen?
Yeah.
Don't
I
agree.
wasn't that impressed.
No,
by
no.
it.
I mean, it's just like someone of that size, I guess.
Yeah, it
having
was-
that balance,
And the fact that it looked so like
effortless.
is like
Yeah, it was impressive.
Yeah.
But no, to your point about maybe the Suns taking Ja Morant if they get the number 1 pick, it would be an interesting conversation. He might be a better fit for them.
Yeah.
They need a point guard, but I don't think you can pass up Zion either way. Like we'll see.
Who's Duke playing in the next game?
They'll turn around and you'll find out.
Who's this guy they're saying is going to stop Zion?
UCF,
Taco
the
Fall,
football
he's like
national
7'6".
champions.
Is he a beast?
Look at him.
They're playing
Oh,
the
shit.
national
You
championship.
remember that picture I
the
put in the
BCS.
group? Yeah.
What happened?
Remember the picture I put in the group of that guy with the tiny ass?
Oh, that's him?
Yeah. Yeah. No. If UCF
Is he going to
wins
be a
this
lottery
game-
pick?
I fucking
think so.
hate that. I hate that they call themselves the national champions. It's like
UCF?
you're not. You're not the national champions.
I don't mind it,
They're just lying.
but like they went undefeated. They beat Auburn. What else do you want them to do? There's nothing that they could have done to win that year. It's not fair.
Okay, listen to this. Florida asked them to play them like they have contracts between schools, and they offered them a contract for like the next 4 seasons or something, home away, and they said no.
They scoff at Florida. They give them some real talent. Gonna belittle themselves with Florida. The national
Better than
champ.
any
They're the
team they
fucking
play.
national champions.
If they actually
Don't come
want
at us
to,
with
if they
Florida.
actually want to be not lying about being national champions, they need to play better teams.
Let's see. I'm gonna pull up. Talk about something else. I'll find out who they played during that time.
What are you going to know about any of those teams that you pull up?
You can recognize good football teams.
What was that? 3 years ago now?
They would get stomped out by Bama.
They
and
beat
Clemson.
Auburn that year.
Okay,
What did Auburn
I
do?
think they beat LSU.
That was the Rose Bowl. They won the bowl game against Auburn. Who everyone
Okay.
said like
They
that was
would've-
their.
They would have gotten stomped out by the college football playoff teams.
Are they expanding the playoff?
I don't think so.
I thought that was a thing.
But yeah, if UCF is playing Duke right now, that is funny. They would raise their own national championship banner if they beat Duke.
Yeah, they had made it to the Sweet 16. Might as well call them national
Blowing
champions.
them out.
I would be happy if they beat Duke, though.
Would you?
Yeah.
You
Would
would
fuck your
sacrifice your bracket?
What do you have on the
Bracket's
line for your
fucked.
bracket? Just the top shelf? Is that the only bracket?
No, I did like my frat.
Okay.
pool.
Which one's better?
I did the same one,
Oh.
which is not smart, but like, you know,
It's a rookie mistake.
They beat Navy.
nice.
Triple option, baby. Do they still do that? Is that them?
Yeah, I think
They beat Memphis.
Memphis isn't good at football.
You tell me what they are.
Any team
Beat
they
'em
play in their
twice.
conference isn't good.
They beat Austin P.
Isn't that an FCS school?
I don't know, but they hung 73 on them.
Yeah, 'cause they're literally
Didn't their
like a
quarterback
Division
to
II school.
get his knee destroyed
Yeah, that was this past
this year,
season.
right?
Dude, they scored 61, 40, 51, 63, 73, 49, 45, 49, 62.
Yeah, they're playing garbage teams.
That's impressive, man.
We're
Yeah, we're getting off topic
That's
here.
March
we're on
Madness.
the hot topic here. The
I'm not a
UCF
big-
team of
I'm-
3 years ago.
I'm not a big fan of March Madness.
I
Nah.
love it.
It's an unpopular opinion.
You guys said I was crazy for not doing a bracket.
I think you should do a bracket just to get in like on the fun, but I like the first round games. Like I didn't really pay that much attention to. Like I've like kept track of the scores just for my bracket, but like I didn't really tune into any of the games.
It's like the sport. I probably know the least about college basketball, less than even college football. It's like the one thing.
I like it for the same reason you said, just like tuning into the top talent that's supposed to go in the lottery. It's cool to see how they perform.
I like to see a good upset too.
I'm not a big fan of the upset.
I like to see it's
UMBC just ruined Virginia's season for no reason last year.
Virginia ruined their own season. Okay, they lost by fucking 25. Like that, they clearly didn't deserve shit if they're going to lose to UMBC by 25
Caught them on a
points.
bad day, and then inevitably got blown out in the next round because they're not good. They're not a good basketball team.
Is that true?
Yeah.
What were they? They were the 16 seed, right?
Yeah.
Idiot. No, they deserve to lose.
No, obviously they deserve to lose, but like.
It's a matter of will. What team is going to withstand this tournament and be standing at the end? That's the best team in the conference.
Series.
But it's not going to be UMBC ever.
You don't know that.
It's never going to be a 16 seed. It will never win it.
That's obviously true, but like so
what's
what?
the point of having them in the tournament?
They just have to fill out the tournament.
Make it 32 teams. Fuck all these teams.
It's all for the March Madness, the money. They don't care about the 16
Of course it
seeds.
is. I think it would take a lot away from it, but I would be more interested in it if it was like 32 teams.
They probably care more about just people doing brackets than they actually care about
the
tournament in general.
No, it's like I'm sure it makes them a ton of money, and it get like people tune in every year.
Fun.
The longer it is, the longer the tournament is, the more time for people to tune in, more money.
Yeah,
that's all it. But
but it's not just that. UMBC, they won their conference. You have so many conferences and teams. If UMBC can't get into the tournament, why should they even have a basketball program?
They shouldn't.
But they should, because you have kids that want to play, and this is their opportunity. They're gonna, that's gonna go down as the greatest moment in the history of that school. That was their national championship. They should hang their own banner.
It's inconsiderate.
It's not inconsiderate. It's inconsiderate of Virginia to embarrass themselves like that on national television.
That's true. They should be suspended from the tournament.
Did anyone from that team go in the NBA draft?
Virginia?
Yeah.
I'm sure they did.
They lost by 7 to Kansas State in the next round.
Sounds like the team...
they inevitably lost.
Gave them a battle.
Probably a better fight than Virginia would have gave.
They did, for
Probably
sure.
not. They just caught Virginia on a bad day. Let's be
days.
honest.
Can't have a bad day.
They were the number 1 overall team in the tournament.
Trust me, from my experience, no bad days when the tournament rolls around.
I don't know. I think it's fun. You have 4 games going on at once throughout the entire day. There's 16 games.
I don't have time to tune in.
Yeah,
I didn't tune in. I mean, I was at work. Like I didn't tune in, but
it's just
fun. Yeah, you check the box scores. I streamed a couple games on my computer. It's just fun, and then you follow on your bracket. Everybody's involved. It's something to talk about.
I think it gets more fun as the tournament goes along, and you actually get good matchups between like good teams.
Yeah, like I'm gonna watch like the Elite 8, Final 4.
Yeah, you're not watching anything.
Like
I watch the championship.
The Tennessee Iowa game today was a sick game.
It's not. But I tune in at some point.
What were you saying?
The Iowa Tennessee game was actually a sick game.
Yeah, you have a lot of great games. LSU won on a buzzer beater. There's always buzzer beaters every year.
Still 10-8?
Yeah, that's
it was 10-8 when I said it's a blowout.
That's a little weird. Now it is a blowout.
Wow.
I don't know. I think that there's not really much to.
I think Zion
be
should
mad
throw
about.
the game.
I'm not mad about it. I just I don't think it's the most exciting thing in the world. Like, I'll throw it on, but I was watching the Blazers Pistons game last night, and I was enjoying that much more than any.
Wow.
I just
March
think
game.
That's shocking.
When you know that they're just so much more
It
talented.
was a sick game. It was close throughout. Like Lillard was going crazy, Blake was going off. Like the level of play is just so much better.
Well, but there's nothing at stake there.
Yeah, there is for both of those teams.
Yeah, the Pistons are fighting for the
seeding. You got
kids.
You got kids that might never play basketball again.
Yeah,
fighting
but who
for
are
their
they?
careers,
I don't care.
Fighting for their
Sorry,
fucking lives.
I'm not trying to be rude, but what else are they ever gonna do?
But they're playing their hearts out.
Nice, it's good.
And it's entertaining. But I mean, to be fair,
I don't hate it. I'm just I don't go nuts about it.
The first you're talking about yesterday. Those games yesterday, which was for people who are just obviously seeing this late, it was the first Saturday of the round of 32, or the Saturday, like the first round of 32 night. Those games were all blowouts last night. Nothing.
A
was
lot of these games have been blowouts.
Michigan State, Auburn, they just destroyed them. Purdue destroyed. Murray State, John Moran, very disappointing. They got housed.
He played well though.
But he did.
They had
play
like
well.
no bench points until like.
No.
So he's out.
He's out. I was watching, dude. Some of the guys on Murray State should just never play basketball again. There was
That's
just one
why
fat.
they
Did
go
you
to
see the?
Murray
Did you see the
State.
fat center?
No, I didn't.
Dude, he
watch
might
that.
have been the worst basketball player I've ever
Alright.
seen.
This is not off topic, but it is. Fat basketball players. Have you seen Jared Dudley step on the dude? He's so fat.
He's not even like he's just like out of shape.
Yeah,
He's
no,
like
yeah.
really
he's
like
not like
pudgy.
Yeah,
He looks like a washed-up guy you would like play against with at the park.
Yeah. What the hell? I never noticed how
Isn't he the glue of the team?
he's filthy.
Like off the
He hits
court shit.
daggers.
He's not. He's a solid
me,
player.
He hit a
Daggers.
dagger the other night.
If he was
Against
the funny thing is, if he was
Lakers?
playing
No,
in
the
this,
game before that, when they came back against the Kings, he hit a three.
That's right. He took over the fourth. It was
Jared
the Dudley
Dudley-
game.
if Jared Dudley was playing in this tournament, his team would just work every single
You
team
think
and
so?
win
Is
the
that
finals.
true?
Yeah,
He's just not athletic.
I don't
Like
know if that's
Zion's not going to
true.
body him.
Zion would probably put up a fight, but like,
You really think he's that much better?
dude, he's a seasoned veteran in the
But he's-
NBA. These kids are like still growing up.
That's an interesting. That's an interesting question.
I don't. I think they would lose
The
in
team
the
would
first
have
round.
to be. The team would have to be somewhat good around him.
He would carry.
You know, Virginia almost lost
It's not like he has handles or anything. He's just gonna be like.
to the 16 again.
He would have. He probably relative to these players has hand.
Did you watch
Like
it? Like
he-
if you put
I don't
if you
think-
put Dudley on Gardner Webb against Virginia, would they have beaten Virginia?
Yeah,
I don't
probably.
think he'd go. I don't think he'd.
He'd probably
go over
drop like
500
50
at
every
Grant.
game.
I don't think he would. The rims aren't in his favor there. It's not his home turf.
He hits threes.
So,
Only when there's 30 seconds left.
well, you know, if you don't like the upsets, then this tournament should be more interesting than usual with you. There haven't been that many upsets.
They're having it.
Nothing
I'm
really
excited
crazy.
I'm excited for the match. Like
All
UNC
the-
Auburn, I think is going to be a really good game.
Mostly all the 2, 3, 4 seeds are kind of just working these
Yeah.
other schools, except minus Kansas State, who lost to UC.
The upsets are
Irvine.
just annoying because obviously you want to see the better teams battle it out towards the end. And
Right, and-
usually the teams that get the upset end up just
Like,
being out of
I
the
agree,
league.
but you always do get the good teams. Like it's just like one or two teams that goes on a little run, and it makes it more interesting. Like the powerhouse
What was that
teams
team
are
with the
always still
nun?
going to be there. Loyola Chicago last
Are they
year.
even in the tournament?
No, they'll never make it again.
They were in the Final Four.
That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow, they should have won.
The lowest seed to
Imagine
win
if they won.
is an 8 seed, I think.
To win?
Yeah, I think so.
I think
Who
it
was
was
it?
Villanova, like back
When
in
they
the
had
80s.
Josh Hart,
No.
No.
they won with him.
Yeah, he hit.
I mean, if you have
Was
the
it
summer,
him that hit the game winner? No, right?
Was that against UNC?
Yeah.
No, it was not him.
Dude, that game was amazing.
if you have
That
the
was one of
summer
best
league
basketball
MVP on
games
your
I've
team,
ever
you're gonna do well. Josh Hart. That guy's just a winner.
seen. Yeah. He'll probably be back in the summer league next year.
No, you're not allowed.
Oh, when you turn 30?
Your third season, you're not allowed.
This guy's fucking playing against 18-year-olds. Why
There's
did
other people that age. It's just people in their first and second season. Not everyone in their first
he was
and second
already
season.
like a solid NBA player. Just decided
He
to
won a year.
play
That's not
play in
true.
the summer. He was solid.
He did average 15 after the All-Star break last year.
But he had to go. He had to go. He had to go run
They probably
train on these
told him like, "Yo, yeah, you got to
eighteen-year-olds.
play in the summer league." Like,
No,
go
he
play.
wanted to.
I heard he requested it.
Yeah, he did.
Maybe he did. I don't know. But he has a bad knee now, so probably gonna retire.
He's
I mean,
not
yeah,
that
he's
good.
up there in age.
Nah, he's better than he's playing right now, but he's hurt. He's definitely hurt. He looks like he's in pain at all times.
All right.
All right.
This is a Laker-free episode, please. Let's do everyone a favor here.
There's nothing to talk about with them.
Nothing.
Not
they're-
one
They're
thing.
bad. They're out of the playoffs. It's over.
Next year is gonna be different. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Maybe.
You'll see.
Yeah, that's our March Madness wrap up. We really know what we're talking about with these teams.
So what do you want to talk about next?
The Mueller report.
Might not be a bad idea.
So
It is. It's a
Back
little
to-
slow in the sports world.
It is.
So we'll bring up we touched on it for a little bit with the whole John Morant Zion situation. I mean, if obviously what the Knicks have been hoping for is getting that one pick, getting Zion, we all know it's only a 14% chance that that does happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's looking like, I mean, what do you guys think? If they don't get the number one pick, I feel like all is not lost. This bad season still, if it lands them Ja Morant.
Yeah, you just got to stick to the plan.
Although I
never
think
you can never like go. I'm sorry, just
Okay.
go.
I w- like
that's a drop.
I would
Gotta
never
get the drops going ASAP.
like. I obviously want Zion Williamson, but the cards very well may not be like dealt that way.
Mm-hmm.
So
It'd be so whack if he's on a different team.
yeah, it really
Go to
would.
the Cavs, like, come on,
It's gonna
don't
be
waste another.
Knicks, Cavs,
Yeah,
or Suns.
don't waste another athletic freak on that waste of a town, city, whatever you want to call it.
But like,
I mean, LeBron
if they
wasn't
end up
wasted there.
Well, he was for a bit. Then he had to come back.
Yeah.
if they end up with the second or third pick and they end up with like Barrett or Ja Morant, it's
Dude.
just like you gotta just go with it.
You like
Dude,
Barrett?
I do not want Barrett.
I like Barrett. I think he's good.
Dude, watching him play, he just makes such dumb mistakes. He just does like weird shit, turnovers, like bad shots. Like he just like
That's not something like the Knicks are known to correct.
What is
no. Like I do
who's
not
gonna go
want
first,
him.
Morant or Barrett?
I would take Morant.
I think as it stands right now, it would be Morant.
But what I was saying as far as if you don't get the one pick, speaking for the Knicks, and it's the number 2, and you want and Ja Morant is the pick, I would be more inclined to trade that pick to like a team like the Pelicans for Davis, because if you want Kyrie or Kemba and your point guard position is going to be filled, I mean, Ja Morant's really not the best fit for the Knicks.
Yeah, their offseason isn't even about the draft, honestly.
Right? No, it's
I mean,
not.
obviously, if they get the first pick, it sort of becomes about Zion, but
Right.
they're just
And
I feel like
the
just-
Pelicans, they could use Ja Morant to start their new rebuild around if they want to flip Davis for him.
Yeah,
they
And-
would
and
have to
Knox.
throw like Knox.
Get
And
that
they-
fucking piece of
Robin-
shit out
and
of
they
here.
can definitely get
Robinson.
something for if they want to trade Holiday too. They could get some good shit too.
What would you
like
think it
a
would be?
contender would really like a player like Drew Holiday? I think.
Mhm.
Say it was the second pick. What do you think would be the second pick? Knox, Robinson. Who else?
Maybe. Yeah, you trade Robinson, I guess, if you're getting
Yeah,
Davis.
yeah, you'd have to. They would ask
Trier,
for him.
I guess like Trier's like not that bad.
That's enough, though.
Is it?
Like,
I think
keep
that's-
What the
keep
Lakers
Dennis Smith
offered
Jr.
isn't enough.
I
Then
feel
how
like
is that
they just
enough?
don't want to trade with the Lakers. I think.
Is it really that extreme?
I think so.
That's crazy, yo. They should have taken that offer.
Well, they were sending like the
Lonzo,
house.
Ingram, Kuzma, Hart, I think Zubats, and like 3 first-round picks or something.
I would have taken that.
Now look what Ingram did. He's filthy.
Yep. But he'll never play
Is
again.
he? Yeah,
No,
was he
he's fine.
healthy?
I was reading that because they surgically removed the clot, it's like a good sign. Instead of putting him on the blood thinners, it means they think it's just like was caused by like trauma to the vein and not like a hereditary thing.
That's
So
good.
hopefully he's
Prayers up for that guy.
yeah. A guy on the Lakers had a blood clot in his shoulder, and like it can end people's careers, but it was an upper body one. They say when it's in your legs, that's when it's usually bad. But I don't know much about it, so I don't want to. Yeah, basically. What's it called? But I don't know. From what I'm reading, I don't even think Durant's considering the Knicks.
What'd you
He's
read?
touring Brooklyn with D'Angelo Russell.
Oh, my God.
Why Brooklyn's not a part of New York?
But you see who he's touring it with?
I wouldn't be surprised if
What was he gonna
Durant
do it with?
didn't know the Nets were a team.
He's
He
very
knows
close
D'Angelo
friends
Russell.
with Trier.
Is he?
Trier, really?
I heard he's boys with Levert too.
I'm pretty sure he like mentored Trier or something like that.
When did he have time for that?
These guys live such fucking crazy
I was
crazy
reading
lives.
When did he have
Sorry, I have to bring the Lakers up. Apparently,
We've been
Jason,
talking about them the whole episode.
but like we keep kind of getting off it, but I'm bringing them back. Apparently, they're really seriously considering Jason Kidd, and really jump out a window.
He did a terrible job coaching the Bucks.
Yeah, what? The thing with Magic is he's just all like you said it. He's just all about the flash and like the name.
Yep.
And he doesn't
It's very New York. of him.
coming out of the draft where they drafted Russell. He was like on Twitter. This was before he was the president, obviously. He said that he wanted them to pick Okafor because of his championship pedigree. It's like well, they didn't pick him. Obviously, that was a blessing because even though we traded Russell, he would have gotten nothing for Okafor. But like, he clearly doesn't evaluate talent very well.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
He's
in
doing
defense
a
of that,
very bad job.
Okafor was a highly rated prospect outside of just
Yeah,
him,
of course.
but still, I don't think they really messed up. They went for a face over like a mind. And Jerry
that
West,
was always my problem with the Knicks. Like when we were growing up, I feel like they would always make these short-sighted moves for players that are like a big name but not that good, like Tracy McGrady and Jason Kidd was pretty good for them. Yeah, but like it's just like to sell tickets, like sell jerseys.
And they really just they can't be trading the whole roster for players at this point. How many years in a row are they gonna overturn the roster and have a completely new set of guys that have never played more than
there needs to be some
however many
consistency.
games? Like, I guess now it's a blessing that they're not going to trade for Davis, in my opinion. If they can get a max free agent, that should have been the plan all along.
I think one of the underrated reasons why the Warriors are so good, I mean, of course they have like the 5 superstars, but the team has been relatively like stable.
Yeah, I mean, they have Clay, Draymond, and Steph.
Even Sean Livingston, like he's been there for they've all been there for so long. They're like fully bought in.
Look at this.
They lost their best prospect, but that's a different story.
McCall.
Look at that guy's arms.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you saw
Some
that?
of these guys are fucking crazy jacked, and they're younger than us by like years.
Yeah.
Like Ayton, dude, he's
He
a
looks
man.
like a 40-year-old man.
He looks really old.
Yeah,
He's
but the
20.
Warriors aren't even the Warriors anymore. The Browns are the Warriors.
You see that guy on Tennessee today, Admiral Schofield?
Who is that?
What a name!
Oh, I saw someone talking about him.
He's
Admiral
jacked.
Schofield.
His name is Admiral Schofield.
What is he? A center?
Boss.
Sounds like a war general.
I don't know what he is. He's a senior though.
Is an admiral like a position?
Yeah.
If he's gonna be a
I was
draft
going to say
pick.
something. I really, we spoke about this a little bit in our group chat, but I don't think coaches want to coach LeBron.
They're gonna get.
I think they're scared
They're
to.
gonna get someone desperate like Kidd, or they're gonna get Jerry Stackhouse.
I think
Coaching the
Stackhouse
G
would be
League.
better.
Yeah,
With his
he's from Kinston.
with his ginormous ears.
Yeah, but he's a feisty guy.
Yeah, he's a
What
Tar
can I
Heel.
say? Thinking they should trade Lonzo, Kuzma, and their first rounder for Beal. Sign Kyrie.
Beal.
That's a
See
that's
who
a
you
lot
want.
for Beal.
But if you had Kyrie, Beal, Ingram, and LeBron,
That would be a sick team.
maybe go out get a. The light is shining.
That's
Who is that?
Admiral Schofield.
He's got some nice teeth.
It's a weird head.
Cool. Yeah, his head is the shape is. Good guy though. That's a nice case.
I just
New?
got it today. Yeah.
Really.
Thank you.
His head, he looks like an eggplant.
Yeah, his head's very oddly shaped. He looks like that girl. Was it Leslie?
Look at my
Leslie
case.
Jones,
It's just
the
as
SNL
new.
girl.
It's just as new.
Nice. You've had that since the original iPhone came out.
Yes. Long time case right here.
Bill, doesn't this look like her?
That guy?
Yeah.
Yes. They both I'm kidding. Cut this part. Yeah.
Wait, no, that's not it. That guy.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
no, that's like the same head, same shape.
We're gonna put his picture up.
Okay.
Yeah, but what do you guys think? I feel like coaches are scared to coach LeBron.
I don't know. I did say this before. Like I think they're scared to be like undermined.
Yeah,
Like they don't want.
it's so much pressure.
I don't think there's any truth to this. Who have they been rumored to have
I just
that
think-
doesn't want to go there?
I just think it has to be someone that's like willing to have. Like LeBron is just as smart as probably any coach in terms of like basketball X's and O's. Like
Yeah.
you got to be able to listen to him in a way.
Oh, just let him fucking coach the team.
What is there anything to back up that coaches are afraid to coach LeBron?
It's all speculation, obviously, but I just like, why wouldn't they be in the market for like one of these leading coaches,
Like what
really is
coaches
there?
though?
like Doc Rivers?
But he is on a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
Why would he leave?
What
Like
Bigger
there's
and better
no
has
things.
Spoelstra ever said anything about LeBron's time there? Like
don't think
commented
so.
on it. I wonder how he feels.
It
I feel
would
like that would be our best like the best person to ask because Ty Lue obviously
Like,
brought in.
Look
by
at you
LeBron.
look at like the last few coaches he's had, like Blatt and Lou, and then
Now
Luke.
Walton.
Like they all just come under so much fire.
He actually defended Luke the other day for like the first time ever.
Really, what do you say?
He said he was like it's like he really can't do anything. It's unfair because of how many different lineups he has to put out every night just because like someone's hurt here, there, this and that.
Yeah.
I mean
it's
he's still gonna get fired, so it doesn't matter.
I guess it just sounds like something that would make sense because of how LeBron is. I don't.
Yeah, it's
really
all
think
fully
that there's
circumstantial.
anything-
I feel it's the same as people saying that he runs the team whenever he's there. I think that's exaggerated.
I think that's
so much.
extremely exaggerated. I don't buy
Like
into
people
it at all.
are like,
Red GM
yo,
is
he
not real.
offered the whole team. Like, no, he did not. Magic or whoever made the offer, and the most it probably went was they told LeBron they were going for it, and they probably hear it. He was on the road, like playing games. Like he's not
He
just
probably approves like
No,
Yeah, they
everything
I don't
they
even.
do.
Yeah.
I don't even think that. I'm sure that they've made moves. Other teams have made moves.
they
that
probably
he's been
just
on
said
that he
like we're
doesn't agree
gonna.
with,
He probably didn't say like who are you trading
Yeah.
this and that. He probably just
It is
said,
a
like,
stretch to say that.
say what.
that he controls it.
Yeah, to say that they go to him for like
Why?
approval.
And especially now with the Lakers, he's there for 4 years. Maybe when like the Cavs, when he was going to be a free agent, he was leaving. They're like LeBron, like what should we do to keep you? Like what do you
Yeah.
want? They have no threat of losing LeBron. They're making moves that they think are in the best interest of their team, which are
Whether
not
they
in the
move-
best interest of their team, but what
This-
they think
if
are.
This has to be the last year, 1 year deals and all the bullshit drama. Just get your squad set and let's roll. That's me though. That's what I think. And now we're gonna be in the fucking lottery. D'Angelo Russell put the dagger in our hearts.
Are they gonna draft someone good?
I don't know. I haven't really read
How
up
did
much.
Wagner hasn't been super impressive, huh?
I mean, he's just now starting to play, but I don't know what he did against the Nets. I didn't get a chance to watch, but
I wonder how he'll turn
can't
out.
believe, man, Russell.
Yeah,
Killing it. I really hope he has a sick playoff series, even though I think they'll lose. If he could just like go off,
yeah.
get a little more attention. We'll see what
If
happens.
he could get,
If they
like,
make the playoffs,
if he can get like two
Close.
wins in a
Speaking of
playoff
that-
series,
their schedule, the Nets schedule coming up is impossible. They
Yeah,
just
they
play
might
the
be.
best teams in the East, like five
Those
games
teams,
in a row.
they might be getting locked in at some point, so you don't
Even
know.
Still.
yeah,
Maybe resting a guy
it's
here and
looking
there.
like these like the teams that are leading each conference are starting to like slow
Yeah.
down a little bit,
It's like
like
they're
rest
locking
players.
in.
The Nuggets went past the Warriors.
Really?
The
Warriors
one
got
seed.
demolished by the Mavericks, who suck.
Without Steph, though, right?
Yeah,
Steph leaves, it falls apart.
Yep.
They didn't even
he
beat
really
them.
is. He's the motor of that team, I
It's
think.
just his presence.
Yeah,
It's just unbelievable.
he's
Shot.
having any other year he'd be in the MVP conversation.
You think so?
Yeah, if Harden and Giannis weren't having like the unreal seasons
It's
that they're
Harden.
having,
It just is Harden, right?
Yes.
I would
Shouldn't.
go with Harden, but Giannis is gonna get votes.
He shouldn't get any votes.
Why is he's
Harden
the best
averages
team in the East?
37 points a game. It's
Okay.
not close. It's insulting, and this is from
should win it.
Kornfeld. I'm going to steal his line. It's insulting that they're even going to vote. They should just give it to Harden, and I agree with him.
Think so?
It's not
I
close. dude.
would say it's
It's
Harden.
no knock on Giannis. Like he's having an unreal season, but it's just not. It's not close. Harden went and dropped 61 the other night.
I watched him
That's
drop
crazy.
61
Multiple
live.
60-point games this year.
Yep.
I watched him drop 61 live at the Garden, and you wouldn't even know that he was like having that crazy of a game. Like it
It's
just
like
looks
effortless.
so effortless.
Also, the Knicks are
I was at the
trash.
Garden
So-
on Friday. It's just pathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you?
Everybody's there on like a business meeting. Like,
Yeah.
nobody actually cares about the team.
There's nothing going on
Wow,
there.
big news on the show. Rob Gronkowski has retired.
No way.
I'm seeing it. Let's go to the polls.
What?
Should we break it?
Yep. Breaking. Gronk has announced his retirement.
We should hop on Instagram Live.
Going on right now. Drop it.
That's pretty unreal. Hall of Famer. First ballot, probably.
Oh, easily. He's probably the best statistically wise. He won't be because of all the injuries he ended up eventually getting, but
Yeah, he
He's
has a
probably
strong
the
case for
best
the best
tight end
tight end
of
of
all
all time. Damn. Good. He just seems like a good guy too. Good, happy, positive vibe.
It's a guy you want to have a beer with.
Yeah, or 10.
I saw him in Barcelona. He was at a club in Barcelona when I was there.
I was there too.
You saw him there?
Yeah,
That weekend you were there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
he was at Opium. I was there.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
He was getting fucked.
I think we were
Live here
together.
on Instagram. Rob
We were
Gronk. We're in the
together.
middle.
That would make sense.
in the middle of recording an episode, and Gronk just retired. Announced his retirement.
Hey.
He's retired.
Yep.
Just announced his retirement. So we wanted to throw on Insta Live, see if anyone has anything to say. Chris, our boy Chris, he's a Patriots fan.
That's a loyal fan.
How you feel
right
about
there.
that? This is the worst angle of us to ever exist.
It's empty. Those are my keys.
This is better.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. One person who's actually in this room right now.
Rob Gronkowski.
Not
mean-
good.
Hey, hats off to you, Gronk, on an outstanding career. Still fuck the Patriots, though.
What? Yeah.
But yeah, we should talk about Gronk for a little bit.
No.
Talk about a
shouldn't.
guy who
No,
really
we should not.
persevered through a
Just in
ton of
time.
injuries.
Justin.
And he ended up playing well in the playoffs last year, which is, like, I don't think anybody really expected that. He wasn't having that great of a season. Matt
Did
has
he do
nothing to
anything in the
say.
Super Bowl?
I don't want to
Yeah.
talk about the
only
Patriots.
person who did anything. So you know what? It opens the door for a new era for the New
And I'm
York
sure-
Jets to be better than the Patriots because it was all Gronk. They don't have a quarterback or anything. Who's
Well,
the
now you're-
reason.
now you're-
And
Who
an
is the
unbelievable
reason.
coach.
We have the best tight end in the division.
Facts.
That's my bold statement. Name someone better.
I don't know who the Dolphins or Bills have.
They don't. That's who they have.
Okay, so by default, the Jets have the best tight end in the
Chris
division.
Herndon is going to be.
Yeah, I think he's actually going to be good, though.
He's going to
Like,
be mad good. The numbers he put up
very
as a
good.
rookie,
Yeah, ever since that stat you
they-
sent us.
they got some guy.
It helps when he's the number one wide receiver.
They got some guy for. He's pretty good. I don't think he played last year.
Who?
Fuck, what's his
Austin Safarian Jenkins.
name?
Talking about
Bell, something Bell.
Oh.
Is that what his name is?
Yeah,
Le'Veon Bell. He's pretty good, I think.
he is pretty good.
I think he could be a big help in the. What is he runs? Runs. He doesn't pass, right?
Maybe they could use him to pass a couple now and then.
They don't need him when they got the.
Seems like a good dude. I was
Bell?
watching his interviews.
He was
I
a
didn't
cool
get to see
guy.
him.
Seems like a cool guy.
He's always been a pretty cool guy.
Yeah,
He was
but
on the
I-
K show once, and he brought the guys like Shake Shack or something.
Oh, did he?
Really, before
Some type
when
of
was
food.
this?
That's pretty
It
nice.
might have been Five Guys. Or
was this
something.
like when he was on the Steelers?
Yeah, it was during Super Bowl week
Said
when
it was a
they were
childhood
on site.
dream for him to play on
That's
the Jets.
a lie.
We got a.
Dude, his favorite player
It's a
growing
lie.
up was Curtis Martin.
It's all a lie.
I
He's
said
just
this-
lying about everything.
Yes, he went to whoever paid him the most amount of money.
Okay, yeah.
It was not a
and
dream. If
but
it was a dream, he would have signed on the first second of free
That's
agency.
that's not true.
It's not a dream.
You're being ridiculous right
No,
now.
he would if it was that much of a dream,
It was just an added
another
bonus.
team
he could have,
added
he
him,
could have
asked
wanted
for
to
more
play for
money.
the Jets his whole life, but like he has like an agent, like
Yeah.
that's like advising him, like, yeah, if they don't give you the most money, like you probably shouldn't sign with them. Like,
Okay,
I
then
know
it's
you
not-
had this dream
then
as a
he's giving
child.
up on his dreams.
Okay, that's part of life, man. You gotta
I
give
think
up
it's
on
all.
some
It
of your
just
dreams.
sounds good. It gets the fans hyped up. It doesn't.
He was
doesn't
a Jets
give
fan
damn.
growing up. He said it when he was on the Steelers years ago, and he idolized Curtis Martin.
Okay, you can believe that.
did.
If that's what helps you, you Jet fans
He
get
could
you
have
more,
been maybe-
more hyped up. You live in a
Alright,
fantasy
Maybe
land.
it wasn't his like never-ending dream to play for the Jets,
as
but he was
hell in
clearly a
here.
fan, and he clearly is happy
he's
that
a
he
fan.
ended up on the Jets.
Yeah, because they gave him $65 million.
He's still gonna be filthy. I don't care. And I said this on a post on the Instagram. Playoffs. New York Jets are making
Why?
the playoffs.
I think that right with this current team, they're sitting at 7 wins.
They're not a playoff
Until
team.
they draft Nick Bosa, right?
That would be nice. That would get them up to 8, I think.
They need to get another veteran, at least average pass rusher. They should throw like a 1-year short deal at Ziggy Ansah. If you
Why is
always
he still
hurt.
a free agent?
he gets hurt a lot, but if
Yeah,
you can
he's
get one healthy
up
year
all
out
the
of him, when after you draft a guy at 3, say it's Allen or Bosa, you just don't want all the pass rushing like pressure to be on. Like, all right, you have to be the one that opens it up for everyone
Yeah.
else. You want,
Especially as a rookie.
yeah, if you can get Ansah in there, who's a proven in the past. I think he had 17 sacks one year, 14 another year, and then like 12. But then the years he gets hurt, he does nothing. But
Yeah.
like you can get him decently healthy, maybe like rotate him in, try and
Yeah,
don't like throw it all at him at once.
I like that. I like that idea. They have
Yeah.
money to spend, so
Yeah, they still have some money. They have to keep $10 million in space for draft picks, though. I don't know who I mean, I want Bosa. He's just like more refined as a pass rusher, but Allen's intriguing. He's huge. He's like 6'5".
I think that they're both on like a level playing field.
Yeah.
I think either one that they go with is like a can't miss pass rusher, so
Yeah.
they
I'd be happy
they
with
can't
either.
go
I
wrong.
almost want
I think if Bosa's there, you got to take him.
want
But-
Bosa to go before, just so it's not like which one. Like,
Well, one of them will go.
well, what if it's like Kyler Quinnen?
I think if Bosa's there, you got
Or
to take him.
Quinnen's been getting a lot of love lately. He might go one.
Yeah,
We just need a pass.
They
rusher
shouldn't
so
get-
bad.
they're gonna get one of those three.
Yeah.
Honestly,
shouldn't
if
get
Unless they
Quinnen
trade
falls to
back.
3, I might want to trade back though.
Yes, that's what I've been saying. They don't
I
need
think
a tackle.
I think
Or that's
all
just
three
not
of them
like-
are
that
going to
they
be
could use him,
available.
of course, but
Hot take.
You think all three?
You think it's gonna go Murray,
and
Haskins?
Murray are
I
gonna
think
go?
it's going to go Murray Haskins.
it's possible. I don't know. But like those teams, because whoever's at number 2, the Niners, they're not gonna want Bosa. Like to trade out of that spot, like it's gonna take so much to like. If I'm the Niners, I'm just like no, I'm just gonna take Bosa. I don't want to trade out. I don't care if you want your quarterback. I want him.
Until they get an offer they can't refuse.
That's what it would take. But I don't know if Haskins is worth an offer that
They might be a
can't
team though. If you
refuse.
think
I'm a
about
big
it.
Haskins guy. I think he's going to be good.
They
I
got
like him.
Garoppolo on a big deal. It might be in their best interest to just like stack up talent on rookie contracts because you're not going to sign many.
It would
I
it would
also-
take it would be a big haul.
Passing up on Bosa to drop down to like the 11th, 15th pick, something like that, to like a team like Washington or Miami who's
Can
trading
it be
up.
like this? Why couldn't it be the Giants or something?
Okay, it could be the Giants, but then that's one of the top 2 picks. So if both of the quarterbacks are going, I know you think the Cardinals might draft Murray. I think another team would have to trade up to get Murray in order for the top 2 picks to be quarterbacks. Because I don't think the Cardinals are taking him. But if that would mean another team would have to come in and make that move. It's just so much to jump up from 15, 11 to the 1 spot. But you're assuming that the Cardinals take Murray and then the Giants trade up to 2 for Haskins?
Yes.
If the Cardinals,
If that happens, yeah, the Giants can make that happen.
if the Cardinals take Murray, if I'm the Giants, I'm calling them, and if they say second round pick for Rosen, I'm throwing it. I'd rather spend the second rounder. They have
That's
2
so
first round
tough,
picks.
though.
I'd
Let's
rather
just
spend the second rounder on Rosen than trade a bunch of picks to trade up for
It's
Haskins.
like throwing your second round pick at like for Rosen. It's just
But
so
you're also-
uncertain.
it's
like
throwing-
nobody knows
You're
what's going
saying
to become of
they
this
could
kid.
trade up to 2 for Haskins. You're throwing a bunch of picks to trade up for Haskins.
Yeah.
Who could be just as uncertain.
But like
And what if they
we've
say, like,
seen
a
Rosen,
third-round pick?
we've seen Rosen play in the NFL. Like I understand that he didn't have any help. Like he was
You
probably
saw that stat today.
yeah he was destined to fail. But like I don't
Look at
know.
the- look
He
at the way-
didn't impress me like
No, but
at all.
I mean,
Like there should be something that I could look at and be like, damn, like that was really good.
Jeez, Zion.
17 of the sacks were. I mean, he got sacked second most in the league because I think Watson was 1. That's a rookie quarterback, worst O-line, head coach that got fired after a year. Clearly, he didn't know what he was doing. The offensive coordinator got fired 5 games into the season or something. There was
Yeah.
clearly no stability there, and now. I mean, like, I'm not sure the Cardinals are going to draft Murray. I'm starting to lean towards no. But if they do, and I'm the Giants, they just got another guard. They improved the O-line. If you throw a second-round pick, they have 12 draft picks.
If
One
you could
second
get
round
him,
pick,
They
you
are
have
draft
You have 2 first-round picks. You trade 1. Even if they ask, they might not even ask for a second-rounder, maybe a third. Who knows?
If they like
But-
Haskins more than Rosen, then
Then
it's a no-brainer.
but if they're trading up for him, you're still losing more picks. But yeah, I'm just saying, in the scenario, if they were to trade for Rosen, he's in a way better spot. He can start the season behind Eli,
It's
all
take a
about-
little bit of a step back. The O-line's definitely improved. I think Hernandez improved a lot ending that year. I don't think Solder is going to be like a complete failure. I think he could still be solid. They just got Zeitler. Is that his last name?
Yeah.
And then they have the 6th pick and the 17th pick. They could draft what is his name? Bradbury, one of those centers.
Garrett Bradbury.
17
They need
That'd be-
defensive help.
at 6.
They need
What-
defensive
they could
line
grab
help. I
someone
think
at
they should
6.
go defense with both of their first-round picks. Get the linemen in second, third, because there are
You don't think they
good
should go
players there.
quarterback?
Well, assume if they're going the
would-
Rosen route.
Yeah,
If
that was
they
mine.
use their second on Rosen, get 2 defensive studs, maybe a corner, and then get a top
Honestly,
end pass rusher.
I might be willing to sacrifice the defense this year just to really just. They don't want that O-line to be a weakness anymore. They want.
But it's
Yeah.
starting to look a lot better. Soldier,
Yeah.
Hernandez, and Zeitler. Add one more piece in second, third round.
Well,
This
if
is the
in my
defense-
scenario, they wouldn't have a second round pick.
Right. But the defensive defensive class is so stacked, and we know they have the worst defense in the league. Like, this is how you do it.
I would draft maybe like a guy like Farrell. He's pretty good. I would draft him at 6, and I'd look at one of the center.
I
prospect at
cannot believe
17.
they traded Odell
Yeah,
Beckham.
Farrell's going to be really
Yeah,
good.
man.
There's so many pass rushers: Montez Sweat, Brian Burns,
Their
Clelin
offense
Ferrell.
will still be good enough, though.
Yes.
If Barkley stays healthy, any team that has a stud running back like that and a decent to good O-line, the offense just runs.
Yeah.
Like, look at the
Offense
Cowboys
is not
run.
their problem right now.
No, not at all.
It's quarterback, obviously,
like-
for the
But
future.
I'm sure they'd be willing to sacrifice their defense being bad this year, if to just like shore up the offensive line for whether it's a rookie, whether it's Rosen, whether they wait till next year. Like,
I
you
would
don't want
even-
any quarterback coming in to like
yeah.
something like the Jets had. Like, and they're still in a bad spot. I'm still a
I'm
little
almost.
nervous.
I get what you're saying. I'm almost the opposite, though. I think because what I've been starting to lean with is if they don't need to get a quarterback at all this season, load up that defense on young rookies with small contracts, be bad again, let Eli finish out, and then
Eli
focus.
is like still fully capable of being an NFL quarterback.
yeah, for this season, yeah. After that, who knows? And his contract is up after this year, so
He is getting paid so much.
yeah, he's getting paid a lot. So I think what I would do is load up on the defensive side, solidify that, make that a lot better, so that when you draft a quarterback next year, which I would do with you got Tua, Herbert,
Yeah, some
Jake
good
Fromm, like
prospects.
it's a good class. You get the quarterback. He's coming into a team that already has an improved defense. All those guys that they draft this year are going to be 1 year better. Some stability. Then you get your quarterback. Then you do offensive lineman, whatever. You get another one in free agency. I think defense has to be the focus because they're just so bad. They have nobody.
I think if Murray and Haskins are gone before they pick, I really think it's like a why not type of thing. Like, why not just try and see what Rosen has?
Yeah,
It's
if
gonna
his
be on the
value
market.
is a second round pick for sure.
It's
Because
just,
then you get Barkley and Rosen, who were 2 top 10 picks
Yeah.
from just a year ago, and you have about a really good value.
and an
for a
improved
second
O-line,
rounder.
Shepard and Ingram.
Yeah,
No Odell Beckham Jr.
they'd be working in the
though.
right direction.
He's on the Cleveland Browns. How do you feel
good,
about that?
good squad.
They're gonna probably win the division.
Yeah, I'd say they're the front runners. They have a really stacked offense, and I'm jealous
They have Kareem Hunt too
for 8 games.
for 8 games, but they have Chubb for the other 8,
Yeah.
which by himself is enough. They didn't even
Yeah.
need Kareem Hunt.
Chubb was the highest rated running back in the league last year by
This-
PFF. I know it's PFF, but
This is the role.
he had just like looking at his stats, he's
this
had
is
a
the
great
role
season.
that Landry was destined. He's not a number 1.
No,
He's destined to be. That's why when he was a free agent, I was so against wanting it. People were like, "Throw money at Landry." No, not me.
like Jet fans.
Yeah,
No.
I didn't like. I didn't like his
just-
game.
Yeah, he's just like solid.
But now
Like,
that they have,
He's not
now
great.
that
He's
they
not
have
bad.
Odell, like big play at any moment, he's gonna just work the under routes in the middle,
Yeah,
short receptions, move the chains. That's all he has to do.
it seems like they have something special going on.
Who's
over
their tight end? Njoku. He
Um,
had a good year, right?
He's very good.
Yeah, he had a decent amount of touchdowns. He was on my fantasy team. He was like he was a good tight end. Yeah,
I'm sure, like just another year with Baker.
yeah,
Yeah, he's
for
got
sure.
all the talent.
But he's not better than Chris Herndon.
They're gonna be very good, I think.
He is better than Chris Herndon.
I don't know.
I
Similar
know.
stats.
Watch
You know,
You see the
actually,
guys
Chris
that-
Herndon was his backup at Miami.
his backup.
Well, that's because Herndon was like 10 years old. I get it.
What do we
Is
think about the
anything else?
Browns? We see
I'm
them.
just like fucking hot. It's so hot in here.
Matt's melting on
or
camera.
is it that hot in here?
I'm not hot at all.
I don't
Maybe
know,
take off the
in
winter coat.
sweatshirt And I've got the light on me. I'm
Something
uncomfortable.
happening to you?
I'm sweating.
You don't
Having
look
hot
good.
flashes.
Am I red? Do I look red?
You don't look good at all.
You being serious?
You're like mad pale.
Are you being serious?
Isn't he mad pale?
No.
That was hot.
Slow down. Your temperature is up.
Wouldn't say that.
I know.
Wouldn't be throwing around hot here.
Well, since Matt's hot, we should just end the episode.
No, I mean,
Yeah, look what you do.
well, yeah. What
Fine.
else do we want to talk about? The Cleveland Browns.
You don't want to talk about the Cleveland Browns. Like there's some throwaway squad.
Hot
You love
topic.
them.
I don't love them.
You do love them.
What are you guys
You
talking
always
about?
love them.
What?
You were
Been a Browns
huge on
fan
them.
since
I like
10
Baker
years.
Mayfield.
No, you've
You
always
liked them
loved. You've
before
always
Baker.
What?
Yeah,
Dude, you said they were gonna make the
dude.
playoffs.
For
like,
years now,
yeah,
you've been
Years.
saying they're
You
gonna
guys are
turn it
out of your
around.
mind.
Dude, you've been
I've
saying
never
they're
said a
gonna
word.
make
They
the
went
play-
0-16
Dude.
a year ago. I was never.
2
What was I
years ago.
supporting them when
2
that?
years ago, did he not say playoffs?
No,
was
I might
big
have
on
said
them.
this year.
No.
2 years ago, when they went 0-16 before that season started, I
No,
said they were
before
making
they
the
went
playoffs.
1-15. So 3 years ago, I guess.
I heard you were a big Brian Hoyer guy.
You were.
This is
loved
nonsense.
Hoyer.
This is slander on the airways.
I swear, I heard you say it.
No, I
No,
didn't.
you
say
said
that.
they
you've
were gonna
definitely
make the
been big
playoffs.
on
This
them for a
past
while.
season, I said that.
This season that just came out,
Yes,
where they went 7-9 or whatever.
pretty close.
What were they? 7-8-1.
And I probably said that when they were like 3-4 and looked good. I was never
Should've stuck with
high on the
Manziel.
Browns.
You love the Browns.
Should have stuck with
That's something.
Manziel.
I loved it. I loved the Jaguars. I don't know about no Cleveland Brown.
You definitely like the Browns, and we both like the Jaguars. But I hopped off.
I hate the
I
Jaguars.
hopped off the year before they went to the AFC Chip, but
I hate Doug
I didn't
Marone.
want to. He's a herb, right?
Yeah, he calls himself Saint Doug. Like,
Why?
get over yourself.
Why
What?
is that true?
Yeah,
Where'd you read that?
Wikipedia.
He calls himself Saint Doug.
Wikipedia. Someone didn't put that in there.
He walks around. I'm Saint Doug.
Yeah. Coach,
Alright.
it's Saint
It's
Doug.
Saint Doug.
Idiot.
I'll find it for you.
What
During his
was I gonna
Bills tenure, Marone nicknamed himself Saint Doug, referring to the fact that it takes 2 miracles to be canonized as a saint. He believed winning at Syracuse was one miracle, and winning at Buffalo would qualify as the other.
Sounds like the most annoying person in the
That
world.
is pathetic.
Winning at
Coaching
what did he
in the
win at
NFL.
Syracuse? Like a few games?
Pretty-
Winning at, what did he win in Buffalo? They
didn't
they
do-
went to
he
the
was-
playoffs?
He's just shitting on
fucking
Syracuse
deal.
and
He
Buffalo.
was saying that.
Yeah. That's such like a
Didn't
backhanded
he just
comment.
like leave the Bills?
Yes.
Yeah.
What
He
did he?
thought he was going to get the Jets job.
Yeah, Marone interviewed with the
thank
New York
God.
Jets for their head
Well, they
coaching
went got
position.
Foles instead.
His
so-
interview
Well, now
reportedly
we got
did not
Gase.
go well.
He's not that much better. But
Well, we don't know that,
That's
but
funny.
we'll see.
like, Marone
That's-
took a team to the AFC Chip the following year. So
Yeah, but that was luck.
no. Oh my.
He
There
quit
you
on
go.
December
Bortles got hot.
31st,
That was Blake
2014,
Bortles.
and still collected his 2015 salary in full. He just seems like a slime ball.
He's
Still going.
Best friends with Michael K.
Really?
Yeah, Kay loves him.
They went to Fordham together.
They call him a Marone boy. Because they always call him a Yankee boy.
Call
That
him
has me.
Saint
That has me
Michael.
looking at Michael K a little bit differently.
Saint Michael.
They went to school together, you said?
Yeah, they went to Fordham together.
All right, they're allowed to be friends.
Look at this loser,
He's not good looking at all.
St. Doug, guys.
What's he wearing? What kind of jersey
He's
is
wearing
that?
like an Eli Manning jersey
That's an Eli Manning jersey?
from Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Actually,
No. He's from the Bronx. A loser.
Isn't Kay from the Bronx?
yeah. Did he go to Fordham?
Or
was-
they
were
went
they
to
like-
Syracuse.
Oh, so they were probably just friends from the Bronx. High school friends.
Wow, even better. And Alex is just insulting their childhood.
I don't like Doug Marone. Is that a problem?
No, because we're on the same page about Doug Marone.
Okay.
I mean, the guy's got some pedigree. So what he did at Syracuse and Buffalo?
He won there.
What
and
did
it
he
was
do?
a
Did he win the
miracle.
chip or something? Did they win a game?
At Syracuse? No,
did they
of
win?
course not.
So what is he talking
Taking the
about?
Jaguars to the AFC Chip was more of a miracle than any of those two things. Right?
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean-
They've been bad for so long, and he took them to the AFC
When-
title game.
In his
Can't
first
believe they
season, they
signed
went
Foles to that
4-8 at Syracuse.
Wow.
In his second season, they went 8-5.
Canonize the man.
They They won the Pinstripe Bowl. And then he went 5-7.
Don't you diss that? It's at Yankee Stadium.
Is it?
Pinstripe Bowl.
And then they won the Pinstripe Bowl
Makes it
again.
even worse.
Against Pitt?
What are they
It's
wasting
West
their
Virginia.
time there for?
Okay, watch your mouth.
So that's what he did. He won the Pinstripe Bowl.
Yeah, twice.
You ever won the Pinstripe Bowl?
No.
Well,
More like the
that's why you're
Pinhead
not a
Bowl.
saint.
He
I'm
didn't
sure.
do the
I'm
second
sure.
miracle yet.
I'm sure Kay was there.
Probably was.
Yeah,
Definitely was.
And will not have any K slander on this show.
Yeah.
Okay, I like Michael Kay. I have nothing against him.
You were getting real close there to a suspension.
Okay.
You know what we should do?
Kill
we
our
should
idols.
kill our idols.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
I'm going to pass out in my own sweat. Can we
All
end
right.
this episode?
So we'll end it there. Matt won't be back next week because he's going to
Having
pass
a
away
heat
on the
stroke.
spot. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back next week.